Hello crafters and welcome to my YouTube channel. First and foremost, my name is Deepa from Designs by D and welcome to the Crafty Meraki Craftober YouTube hop. Now this is just one of 8 different hops and please do leave a comment down below. All of the details are there. You have a chance to win a large set of Karin Markers. Now I'm sharing 2 cards today using the new EAPs from this release. I'm going to be using 2 in particular. One here is the Blooming Noel. You can see this has some gorgeous poinsettias. There are 4 different designs here. They are colored in by the design team members and they're absolutely gorgeous. Now you can get the coordinating products which go with it, which is a 1-piece stamp and also a 1-piece die. So if you, for example, didn't really want to use the ones that are in the EAP papers, you could go ahead and use the stamp with the die alone and use a color scheme of your liking. Furthermore, I'm going to be using the Festive Flora wreath. Now, I'm not actually going to be using the wreath, even though it is gorgeous on its own. You can see there are 4 more designs here. But I am going to be using all those sentiments. So this set is really nice for sentiments. I love the font. You get, again, you can get the coordinating die and stamp, which is also a 1-piece die and 1-piece stamp. And you can see these are some of the sentiments that I actually had cut out from earlier. And these are what I'm going to be using here. Now keep in mind these are made with toner. So you can foil these. So you can foil all those sentiments using deco foil and get the different types of colors and shine that you want. So let's get started here. I've grabbed 2 of the Blooming Noel papers, EAPs here. I've got this one here. I've cut it out with the coordinating die. I'm also going to go ahead and cut out that second paper, which has a bit more of a different look, but it still matches. Now you can use these extra pieces of cardstock for building up die cuts and things like that, or you could just simply toss it. It's completely up to you. Here you can see you can mix and match these because they are red and green. Even though they have different tones and different styles, they do work well together. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing with my cards, is mixing and matching them. Now this page here, it was foiled with the mod stripes and some gold foil, and you can see how absolutely gorgeous it is. I have just cut this down and I'm going to attach this to an A2 sized card base. I've cut off a little bit of the edges so I get a tiny little border around the edge. And now all I'm doing is kind of arranging these 3 poinsettias and then the background leafy bit there. It's so large that you only really need to use one of those there in the background, even though I'm adding 2 extra smaller poinsettias. You don't need any more than this. It's gorgeous. You can just kind of mix and match the different sets. You can see here I'm using different foam squares to attach this. I like to add dimension wherever I can. And I was showing you the 2 there on their sides because they have different levels of depth. So I like to create that on my cards. Some sit a little higher, some of the die cuts sit a little lower. And it just creates a nice variation of depth, and you can see on the side there it has a 3D aspect to it. So now I'm grabbing the sentiment that I want to use. I'm going to go ahead and use the fa la la. And as I mentioned, you can build up your die. So I could have used the extra white piece of cardstock there, but I wanted to add a bit of sparkle. So I'm grabbing some of this glitter cardstock and I'm just attaching it to the portion of the die for the fa la la sentiment. And you can do this for any of the other sentiments. Just cut out the portion you need, or you could cut out all of them if you wanted and keep the rest for later. Now I'm also using some vellum here. I'm going to go ahead and cut out these poinsettias or the Blooming Noel from the vellum. I'm going to keep those aside for the next card, but since I was doing die cutting, I wanted to kind of do that all in one go. So now I'm just adding some more foam here. I've got some foam strips. I'm adding it to the sentiment and attaching it to the glitter cardstock. And now I'll just use some tape runner to attach this to the card. And you can see how absolutely quick and easy this card was to put together. These EAPs are amazing. I love that you can create quick cards. And you know, when Christmas comes around, you may forget a card here and there, and you don't have as much time as you think. These really do come in handy. Now, I am using some gems here, and I'm showing you the Bling Buddy. Now, this was also released with this release, and it's amazing. This is actually my favorite part of the release. I'm big on bling, and I love these gorgeous embellishment tools. This one really stands out. I love the rainbow effect on the wand and the black gems in the center and the black pickup tool. It's absolutely amazing. So moving on to my next card, I'm actually going to use this Under the Mistletoe stamp set. So I've got some cardstock here. I'm just going to cut it down to a little bit smaller than an A2 size card base. Now I've got the stamp out. I'm sticking it in my Altenew stamp wheel, and I'm going to stamp this out with some watermark ink, and I've got some Ranger holographic embossing powder here. So this is going to create a watermark type effect on the background, and since it is a holographic powder, it has a glitter component to it that has like a shine. It shines all the colors of the rainbow. So when I stamp this out, it's going to have a nice shine to it. It'll be harder to see on camera, but in real life, it is gorgeous. So I did go ahead and stamp that image out a few times just to make sure I got enough of the watermark ink on there, or Versamark ink. And now I'm adding the holographic embossing powder, and you can see as I heat this, it becomes clear. So that's what I mean by the watermark effect. So we're still keeping the color of the background, but now it has a nice added shine, and it's taking on that mistletoe, Under the Mistletoe pattern, which I absolutely love. Okay, so I did actually make that panel a little bigger, and then I cut it down. I find that helps because sometimes if you're touching the edges of the panel and it gets messed up, you can always just cut it off. Now I've gone ahead and cut a couple of silver metallic strips here. One is a little thicker than the other, and I like to do this just to create a little bit of a different look. I'm going to line those both up on the bottom of this card panel here, and I'll adhere them down. I love adding extra accents like this because I feel like it gives your card a bit more of a finished and professional look. You don't have to do it, but it's just a little extra thing that I like to add. So I've attached this to my white card base now. That's just a plain white A2 size card base. And now I'm bringing in those vellum bits that I cut out earlier. So again, this is the Blooming Noel cut out from vellum instead of using the EAP. And I'm just going to use it to kind of create a layering effect. All it does is it creates a bit of a change in color or a contrast between the EAP and the background so that it stands out a little bit more. And I love using vellum in and with die cuts like this because I feel like it just gives it more of a classy look, something that fits a little bit more with a classic Christmas. So again, I've gone ahead and I've layered the poinsettia with the vellum poinsettia, and I've offset it so I haven't put it right on top so you can see the little bits hanging out from the edge. And now I'm just going to add this Joy Sentiment, which was cut out earlier from the Festive Floor Wreath EAP. Now, as I mentioned, you can foil this. I haven't done so in this case, but you can foil it whatever color you'd like and add that on there. And again, just like the last card, we're going to add some bling here. Now, I do have the bling from the release. I have the gold, the red, and the green. There's a whole slew of other colors that were released that you could grab as well from the store. But I'm going to go ahead and just use these silver gems, or these silver pearl embellishments here. And the wand, you can see how it comes in handy just for placing these embellishments on the card. And those are my two quick cards made with the EAPs with a bit of mixing and matching. So I hope that you've been inspired here today. Again, don't forget to comment down below for your chance to win that set of Karin Markers. And please do like and subscribe to my channel if you did like these products, if you do like these card ideas. And I also would recommend doing the same with the other talented designers on the hop. I'm sure they have unlimited ideas for you, and there are some more hops that are going to be blog hops, IG hops. You can catch those too and have another chance to win some prizes. So have a great day, guys. I hope you like the new release, and I'll see you next time. Bye.